You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here for Drakewing Gaming. It's Sunny on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Winds of Change. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Want to wish y'all a very happy new year, y'all. Let's make this year the best we can. Anyway, alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. December 17th, there we go, okay. Dude. There we go, alrighty. Alright. Let me see if there's any more options for that.
It's a water. That's a good bit, at least.
You said that already. Okay. What can you tell me about Solberg?
Apparently, each nation has a spirit idol. It's where the spirit realm reaches out into the physical world. Salberg is home to ours, but it's been closed off for a while. It happened around the time we were born, actually. So I've never actually seen one in person. Just in drawings that Fortum and I can find. You know how nature is supposed to hold spiritual energy? Well, that energy has to come from somewhere, right? The idol is actually what delivers it to the land. But one idol can't cover all of Alestia. So, like I said, each nation is supposed to have their own. They're like national treasures, to be heavily guarded.
We might have to leave someday, you know.
I'm not holding my breath, to be honest. We're rather self-sustaining here in Valinnorth. As long as we have seers and scribes, we'll be good. Everything pertaining to our livelihood can be foreseen. So far, we haven't had to forge any alliances or treaties. And remember, it's been this way for thousands of years. Not that I'm against alliances or anything like that, but we have no purpose to leave, so I probably won't. I need to stay where my role is deemed most important.
Back. Let's see. What is working with Fortame like?
It's an experience, to say the least. His attention span isn't the best, you know. He'll zone out in the middle of our studies. And he always finds a way to make things humorous. It can be somewhat frustrating when I'm trying to teach him, but maybe that's just me, and I need to loosen up a little.
Loosen up, girl. You just calm down a little, yeah. Take things a bit too seriously. As long as we all get along in the end, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we're in positions that are very sacred. If we don't take this seriously, we'll end up failing. Maybe I'm just picking up Fortum's slack. I feel like the villagers hold us to a certain standard. If it were just him, he'd fall way short of those standards. I must sound like an awful person right now. I just feel like we all need to act professionally.
That's fair. 1 second, y'all. Water time.
It's an experience, I think.
Some of these
And he
other,
always
needs to
finds
calm
a
down a
way to
little,
make-
yeah.
I knew I wasn't the only one who thought so. Compared to him, I can seem a little boring, but that's not true. He's just over the top. I've always been pretty mature for my age. Perhaps I gained some of his maturity instead. At least he gets along well with the children.
Let's see.
It's an experience, and he
As long
always
as we all
finds
get
a way
along
to
in the
make
end, it
things
doesn't matter.
I guess so. We could hate each other's guts. That would make protecting Valinnorth quite hard. Considering that, I think things are pretty good. I guess I'll just work on my tolerance for his antics. I kinda thought you'd agree, and now I feel weird. But if this is just a Valessa problem, I'll fix it. As always, you have a way of putting things in perspective. Sorry if it sounded like I was bashing his personality. It was more like an observation, that's all.
You're fine, boss. We don't get along all the time with everyone. I get that. Are you all prepared for the ceremony?
Yeah, definitely. I've been preparing for weeks. It's not too complicated, at least for me. It might be a little harder for you. But basically, just recite after my list. After that, it's one big celebration. My role is minimal. This is your special day. As long as you can handle the spotlight, you're good. You won't have to memorize anything, or make a huge speech.
Why are we only doing this now?
Apparently, Milos' father was caught up in other things. It must have been important to shun something like this. I wonder if it's related to his disappearance. Anyway, that's why it hasn't happened until now. It's supposed to happen when you're much younger, but I don't see any reason why it can't happen now.
What's the whole purpose of this ceremony?
You pledge yourself to Valinor and its protection. Until the end of your days, you'll serve our village. In return, you pretty much get to live a life of luxury. The benefits are amazing, and a long time coming. I hear you'll get a house near Milos and loyal servants. You have to be stress-free. Mental strain affects visions.
Well, that makes sense. Isn't that a bit excessive?
It might be, but that doesn't mean it's not awesome. You're the most important person in Valinor, remember? You should be treated with as much respect as possible. I'm sure he can turn that stuff down, but it'd be the first time in history that anyone did. I think you need to take it, and get rid of your stress.
I'm gonna do all those responses and then pick the one I like the most.
You pledge the benefits are amazing, and a long time coming. I hear you'll get a house, yeah, and I'm actually kind of jealous. But we'll be spending a lot of time together. So I guess I get access to that stuff by association. You pledge the benefits are amazing. Isn't it a little late to be getting cold feet? We've already been performing these duties forever. The ceremony won't change much. It's just tradition. Try not to worry about it too much, alright? Everything will be the same tomorrow. Same old you, same old Valinor.
I've heard that before. Alright.
The benefits are amazing.
A bit excessive. Okay.
I'm sure.
I'll pick that one. I don't know if it has any kind of effect or anything. When does it start?
As soon as the sun starts to set. So likely we still have a few hours. Plenty of time to meet with Milos.
How long does it last?
This only happens once a generation, so I'm not sure. But I've heard that it goes until the sun starts to rise. That's a bit
Good
too much
lord.
for me. We'll see how long I can last. From what I've seen, you're pretty stressed today. I think the ceremony and the party will help you unwind. After it's done, we can take care of whatever we need to.
Sounds good. I think got all the answers I needed. Okay, cool. Alright, so I found the book. Oh, there's something extra. View Parallel Chronicle Pro 1? Yes. Pro slammed his hand of cards down on the table. His opponent scoffed and shouted accusations of cheating. He smirked as he made his way to the bar, laughing them off. With his newfound riches, he'd celebrate over a drink.
Only when they lose do they accuse me of cheating. Where I come from, it's called a sore loser, Aaron.
It's only being sore if you're not cheating. Pro, are you swindling people in my tavern again?
Now, that's such a terrible way of putting it. There's nothing wrong with using sleight of hand to win. I like to think that they're paying me for my awesome tricks.
And taking it out on me and my tavern. Yeah, I can see why you think that's so much fun. You're not the one who has to clean up after the brawls.
Trust me, I'd kill for a brawl right now. And remember, this isn't your tavern.
Sure it is. Has my name on the deed and everything.
Oh yeah? Say that to Domic's face. He's only keeping you open as an intermediary. We need a neutral place between Mazeo and Valinor.
Trust me, Pro. I'd manage just fine on my own. Most people come here for the drinks and the fun. Domic's support is a bonus, not really a necessity. Besides, how is your investigation going? Weren't you looking into the seer or something? Hard to do that when you play cards all day.
You think I'm playing, but I'm secretly listening. Your patrons have given me a great deal of information.
So you're stealing that from them too? Are you ever gonna give anything back around here?
Yeah, I'm this close to making my move. There's this really cool sword being held in Valinor. I'm supposed to retrieve it, along with the Seeress.
Oh god, really? He's coming for me and the sword too? Oh my god.
Of course, that was almost a week ago. Domic is pretty impatient, so I better hurry.
If he's
If I take any
Damek,
longer,
and he's
he
with
might
the
send someone
resistance.
else.
Okay.
That's the smartest thing you've said. Not today or this week,
Mhm.
just in general. It's not like that blade will come to you. Here, try this new ale that just came in. But after that, you really need to get to work. I'm afraid you're scaring away some of my business.
Dude, if you want him to do work, do not give him something to drink. That will just make him probably feel lazy.
Yeah, I'll get right on it. At least let me write my boss first. There's a bunch of stuff he has to know.
You're gonna give him some new ale that came in to help him with that? No, he's gonna get really comfortable and he's not gonna fucking leave.
You mean Damek? He's my boss too, you know.
Yeah, of course. I'll grab a paper, and you break out that ale. It better be as good as you're making it sound.
He's not leaving after that. Oh my god, he's gonna be there all fucking day. Alright, so the house, Main Street, Town Square. Can we go to the Great Tree? I'm curious. We cannot go to the Great Tree. Can go to Milus's house. We enter Milus's house with an aura of purpose. Though they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table, oblivious to our existence.
Hey, Milos. We need to have a word.
He doesn't seem to respond and continues his business. Fortame seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Valessa gives up and interjects.
Milos, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams a fist down on the table, startling Milos. He jumps back a few feet in fright and then laughs. Whatever he was looking at, it fully engrossed him.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
He motions to the back of his house, a carpeted area. With no chairs in sight, it looks like we'd be sitting on the floor. We make our way over there, questioning just what he meant.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the Seeress had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!